All right, so time in the market, I think, is something that a lot of us forget when we're in the home shopping phase. Most of the time, the focus is on the monthly payment, making sure we can afford that. And then the second thing that comes up a lot of times with people, especially in this market, is, what's the price of the house? Am I overpaying for it? What's going to be worth maybe in a year or two? And we have these kind of short windows that we're evaluating the property and the decision whether or not we want to purchase. And the interesting thing is, I was having a conversation with somebody today who had bought their home well over a decade ago, and we were thinking back on that and saying, okay, well, what did you buy it for? What's it worth today? What's your monthly payment? Well, let's do some math to kind of see if it was worth it. And so, in this example, a home today is worth around 430,000. And when this individual bought the home, it was around 200 grand. Monthly payments had been refinanced a couple of times at those low rates that we saw over the years. And so it was sitting around $900, including property taxes and insurance. So a really low, affordable, comfortable payment. And if we do the math and we say, okay, what's the appreciation on this? How many months have they stayed in it? They're averaging right around $2,300 per month since time of ownership in appreciation. So just looking at the value change in what it's worth, $2,300 a month. Their mortgage, $900. So they're positive on this. Now, we could really get granular and look at improvements that were done on the house over time, maybe repairs that had been done over time. We could do the math on it, but we would still be significantly more positive than what they've been paying out in rent. And I bring this up because I think it's really important for us to kind of look a little bit further into the future and not just 1 to 2 years in making our decision here. Let's consider, it's 2024 right now. Let's consider, what are these houses going to be worth in 2030 and 2040 and 2050? What are they going to rent for at that time if they no longer serve you, or they're not the best place for you to raise your family or for you to stay? So if you think about buying a place today and it works for you and it's going to help you, have a nice place to live for maybe another like 5 years, maybe it's up to 10 years for a lot of families. I think people are staying in their house a little bit longer. But at some point, maybe you don't want to live in the area anymore. Maybe you want to upgrade. Maybe you want to downgrade for that matter. And if that's the case, you rent that home out. It's still a really good asset to keep. And more than likely, the rent at that time is going to be significantly more than what you're paying in your mortgage. There's obviously a time and a place for that. There's a lot of strategy that we want to go through. And there's, the right fit for some people is to just simply sell it and move on. But for others, renting it is a really good way to go. But the point is, I think you need to take a second and just kind of evaluate what's going on with your personal economics. Do you feel safe and secure in your existing employment? Do you think that your income is going to stay the same or maybe increase over time? And if you're going to be in the area for a while, now we need to do a comparison. What is it for rent? What is it to buy? How much out of pocket do I need for both? And what's the future value for me to go in and purchase, the predictable one at least? And what's the opportunity loss if I was to continue renting? So it's a really good exercise to do. And sometimes, spending just a little bit more time kind of evaluating that can really help somebody kind of swing their decision making and move them from a place of absolute fear, because let's face it, it's really expensive right now, into a place where it's just a little bit more comfortable for them to feel better about their purchase and have something to kind of look forward to. If you don't think the house prices are going to go up a tremendous amount, think your monthly payment's too expensive, you don't have a lot to look forward to. But if you're looking forward into the future and you're saying, man, if this projection is saying that my home's going to be worth 100 grand or 200 grand more in the next decade or two, that feels pretty good. That makes making that monthly payment just a little easier to swallow, and it puts it on your priority list as something that you want to achieve. So for anybody that's kind of on the fence, it's really been having a hard time with this market, and I totally empathize with you because it's tough right now. I think it's good to run some numbers, and we can actually pull up historical numbers on what appreciation was. We can also do the forecasting based off of homes being built, families that are looking to purchase, families that are renting that can afford to purchase. We have some tools that we can use to kind of show you where that value may actually be in the future. So I think that might be helpful for you. If you need to see something like that on a specific county, I can pull that up just about anywhere in the United States for you and be happy to do so. It's super fun on this side. All right, guys, till next time.